Tonight's headlines. After losing its top 5 spot on the most excessive drinkers list, Wisconsin Governor Tony Evers lowers the drinking age to 16. Katy Perry shares her one simple trick for making it into space: money. And President Trump was disqualified from this year's Easter egg roll and sent to his room after he was caught cheating.
It's not fair.
My name is James Hoover, and I can't wait for this shit to be over. Welcome back to the Beaumont Bulletin Network, for the last time in 5 months, as we recently found out that we were being taken off the air and put on probation. If you've been with us for some time, you'll recall that at the beginning of 2025, we were bought out by a wealthy oligarch to join all other mass media outlets in these United States of America. However, our change in direction just wasn't good enough, our information not sensational enough, our journalism not yellow enough, and our show not award-winning enough, although we did win some awards. But freedom of the press might reign, so for this final episode, we're pulling out all the stops, because when we're graciously allowed back on the air in the fall, well, who knows what'll have changed. For our first story of the evening, Amazon freak and CEO Jeff Bezos' company Blue Origin recently took 6 women into space. The flight ended after 11 minutes after President Trump ordered the spacecraft back down to Earth, calling the move more inclusive than anything he's ever seen. In addition, Bezos himself was not allowed on the flight due to scientists' complaints of having to rescind comments about pigs flying. Speaking of capitalist fiends, Tucker Carlson's biggest cosplayer joins us back on the show this evening for one more time to shake up things in a way he nor any other political correspondent has ever done. Mannix, over to you.
Ladies and gents, the Democrats would have you believe that I'm a straight cut, but they don't understand what true conservative counterculture is. This week, the Mannix Minute gets twisted. Instead of asking questions, I'm answering them, and instead of talking politics, I'm talking pop culture. Marvel's Thunderbolts Asterix comes out soon, and the company hopes it brings a new, gritty, and darker twist to the franchise, which shows just a fraction of my own dark and twisted mind. It'll be followed by Fantastic Four First Steps, which hopes to bring a new 60s and family twist to the franchise, like the liberal breeder shills they are. This will also be followed by Avengers Doomsday, which hopes to bring a new evil Robert Downey Jr. twist to the franchise, even though his tenure was up. He was reinstated just like a certain orange man who comes to mind. Marvel's largest competitor, DC, also has a movie coming out this summer with Superman, hoping to bring a new James Gunn Guardians of the Galaxy twist to the franchise, which really goes to show that all liberals want is an apology for past actions? Not in my America. We're not done twisting, folks. Jurassic World Rebirth also comes out this summer, which hopes to bring a sexy Scarlett Johansson, get all the single dads to the theater twist to the franchise, along with Jonathan Bailey's Get Mannix. I mean, get everyone into the theater vibe. But what do the Democrats have on... I'm stuck on movies, though, and it's time to twist topics. In honor of Mannix Minute Gets Twisted, I've invited one of the most twisted people I know to come on the show. But first, you want to know what's more twisted? Democrats insist that this man shouldn't do what he does. Do they have a problem with business? Do they have a problem with America? Do they have a problem with a former drag queen? Sadly, due to a recent damnation for definitely not killing the Pope, J.D. Vance was unavailable. Folks, with drive-in movie season coming up and theaters not having summer blockbusters to show yet, they'll replay ones from last year, nominally twisters. What is so twisted about this movie is that they don't kiss at the end. Does a little Glenn Powell lip action get Democrats shaking in their boots? Why can't I see Daisy Edgar Jones get her skeet shootin', boot scootin', hat hollerin', tornado wrangler of a man all up in her business? Why do Dems insist on putting this god of a man through what amounts to the world's greatest wet t-shirt contest and putting homoerotic thoughts in my head? Is there a problem with wanting to give Glenn Powell a little something with a twist? Democrats will say that those are homosexual tendencies, but I just think it's American. Sadly, folks, I won't be able to go to the drive-in due to my extreme fame. However, I have a solution. I've scheduled a helicopter to take me high above the patrons, where I will look down with a telescope like so. I, of course, will have to keep twisting and refocusing because of the helicopter movement. Sadly, that's all we have tonight, folks. Back to you, James.
Thanks again, Mannix. You sure said a lot of words. Nothing like a good Glenn Powell Twisters moment to make a guy break down. I really empathize with you on that one. Those liberals and their mind control. For our next story, the current administration has been defunding an egregious number of things since January, including scientific research, education, national parks, and anything that brings joys to the masses under the guise of government efficiency. I didn't want to be the one to break the news, but they told me it was kind of my job. So, unfortunately, the BBN is next on the chopping block among all other news organizations that aren't allowed in the White House. Between getting defunded, our previous sports analyst gambling problem, and all the money we've spent on and lost on getting stars on the show, we truly have no more money. I'm now going to cut off my hair, move to an island with just my bicycle, and work this summer as a war reenactor. That's the state of the job market now, folks. Due to new conglomeration efforts from the higher-ups, we are no longer allowed to promote any content outside of our family of networks, products, licenses, brands, affiliates, and web domains. That being said, let's go to commercial and hear about a once-in-a-lifetime offer from our friends at Beaumont Video. Beaumont. What'd you forget? You bum. That's okay. I didn't like that take anyways again.
Yo, what's up, gang? Do you love Beaumont? Because I do, and that's why you need the Beaumont Bulletin 13th season box set on Blu-ray. Yeah, that's right. You heard me. It's on Blu-ray now. That means we got it in 4K, HD, Ultra HD, Super Ultra HD, HGTV, HDMI, LGBTQIA, bless up, and it's basically got everything. That means that you get all 10 episodes in season 13 with over 100 hours of bonus content, including bloopers, behind-the-scenes footage, takes that we couldn't lock in for, footage we forgot to cut out, and segments legally we weren't allowed to air. Roll that clip.
Here's of DraftKings Sportsbook.
No, not from behind, please, please. You ready? Perfect.
I'm ready.
Gotta get them out.
Don't let your girlfriend buy pants for you. It'll seem like a sweet gesture, but if it's just, it's a little, it's a little off.
Was I straight last time, or was I?
Oh, I think you were pretty gay.
Was I?
I think so.
Okay.
Let's do this.
Nice. You know what? I see it.
Still unsure? Meet the cast.
Is that
Mannix
what
Muir, Bosa
seat
Seatlove, Lions head coach Dan Campbell, Mannix Muir again, and our investigative journalist Ray Porter. That's not the same guy, but close enough. Enjoy hours and hours and hours and hours and hours of timeless and hilarious content that may or may not be completely made up. No! And if you act now, you'll also get this free limited edition t-shirt. Plus, you could have a chance to win a real one-of-a-kind Albie that we won this year. Maybe you'll win mine or buy it off me for $10.99, $9.99. Look, if I don't sell at least 15 of these, my producer Max says he is going to take me out back, and I don't know what that means, but please, I'm begging you, just buy one. So call now or text box set to 94459 or text me a picture of you at 248. Give me a little kiss. Just mwah, and buy the box set, please. I don't know how long I can keep the lights on. I've been Tanner Rapal for the Beaumont Bulletin. God bless.
Welcome back. In other news, the Trump administration accidentally texted editor-in-chief of The Atlantic, Jeffrey Goldberg, with their alleged plans for military attacks in Yemen. Here at the Beaumont Bulletin, we let anyone comment on anything, and today's views come from Okay, guys, very funny. Stop messing with the teleprompter.
You are not being deceived, my child.
Jesus H. Christ.
Have you been saying your prayers and loving your neighbors, James?
Jesus. Do you have anything to say about the Jeffrey Goldberg situation?
I work in mysterious ways, James. Those who are not sabotaged by the burden of original sin are illuminated when their purpose comes to fruition.
Well, you see, JC, a lot of people feel that The reason for this is that the Trump administration made a rather clumsy mistake.
It seems like a mistake to some. This actually happened to me once. I was trying to send a group text to my most trusted disciples. I said to them, "Gonna do a pray sesh in the garden tonight. Don't tell the Romans." You see, my disciple John is right next to Judas's name in my contacts. The Romans really nailed me that time.
Jesus, are you a Republican?
Excuse me?
Well, I was kind of wondering, since it seems like you're kind of defending the Trump administration here.
My beloved child, I assure you that I am not biased in any regard. I merely bestow grace upon those who follow my commandments, the president certainly being eligible.
Thou shalt not commit adultery?
Okay, that's not quite fair, is it? Am I not here to discuss Jeffrey Goldberg? This has nothing to do with adultery.
Guess not. Anyways, back on topic. Do you have anything else you'd like to add?
Well, the greater path for revealing these intentions discourages the United States from going through their attack, thereby saving lives. Thou shalt not kill is also a commandment.
I'm sorry, but with all due respect, JC, this is sort of going all over the place.
Silence, creation of God. I may only examine the actions of Trump in this particular occurrence.
Thou shalt not bear false witness?
Oh, crucify me.
Jesus.
Trump has had to put up with all of these meanies for too long. You're hurting his feelings.
White Jesus? What are you doing here?
I'm sorry. Who are you?
Biblically accurate Jesus?
This is blasphemy. I'm biblically accurate Jesus.
What's the second commandment?
Don't take my guns.
Get out.
You'll regret this, Beaumont. If you slander my modern prophets, you will forever be banished from the promised land. I hope you enjoy the heat. Say hi to Jack Anderson for me.
Well, that's certainly a relief. If I'm not mistaken, no one from the Beaumont Bulletin ever wanted to go to heaven anyways, as none of our friends are there. For our final story of the evening, Conclave was recently released on Amazon Prime, making it one of the biggest marketing moves in film history, and partnering with Vice President J.D. Vance to make it happen. The question of whether that's the film or the real thing remains to be answered. From the bottom of our pockets, thank you to all you viewers tuning in for the 13th season of the Beaumont Bulletin. My name is James Hoover, the least free man in the free press, and this has been another season of the Beaumont Bulletin.